Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gold Prospecting at Home. This is episode number 105, and today we have some pay dirt that was sent to me by a Major Credit Patreon supporter from another Major Credit Patreon supporter. We have some Black Mass Paydirt, who is a Major Credit Patreon supporter, and it was sent to me by Farmer for Truth. So thanks so much, Farmer, for sending this 1 gram guaranteed bag of gold pay dirt to me from Black Mass. So Farmer sent a note with it, says, "Hey, it's Farmer. I had bought a bag of Black Mass Paydirt and pan with my kids, and we really had a blast, so I thought of you and bought you a 1 gram minimum bag of this pay dirt." So thanks so much, man. I really... This is leaking. Did you see that? There's a leak in this bag. I don't think it's heat sealed. I mean, there's at least 2 or 3 pounds of pay dirt here. I don't think I lost anything. It just looks like there's a small leak in the top there. That's all right. I mean, oh, now we have pay dirt everywhere. All right, well, before we start, I do want to give a big thank you and shout out to a brand new channel member, Mr. James Morales. Thanks so much for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. Without the support from guys like you, I wouldn't be able to do this. And of course, if anybody else is interested in supporting the show, there's always a little blue join button down below. There's also Patreon, and of course, my merch store. I do have some limited edition Klesh metal pickaxes t-shirts right now. So definitely go over there, get yourself one while you can. I definitely picked up one of each, and it's the last time you'll ever see them. So make sure you go over there and get them before they sell out. Let's check out the website here for Black Mass Paydirts. We have the 1 gram pay dirt, and that goes for $130, but he has it discounted to $85. You can also get the half gram for $50 or the 3 gram for $215. Now on the website, you can pause it here and you can read it if you want to read all the details, but it basically says that it is gold-bearing pay dirt from Cottonwood Creek in California. So he goes out to the river and he collects the pay dirt, and then he adds gold from all over the country. It looks like Washington, California, Alaska, just gold from all over the place. All right, so that's all good. So this company has been around for quite a while, at least a year. I'll do a review on a company once they've been around for at least 1 year. These guys have met the requirements, so let's take it down to the panning station. We'll chop it open, and we'll take a closer look at it. Okay, here it is, the Black Mass Paydirt 1 gram guaranteed bag. Let's take a look at it in the pan. Nice. All right, so everything in the pan here is everything that kind of exploded from this bag onto my studio table upstairs. So we're gonna pan this out. And I just wanna show you guys the issue that I ran into. So it looks like it was attempted, like they attempted to seal it, but there's like a hole right there. See that? I mean, that hole's big enough that some, 1/4-inch pieces of dirt flew out of there. So anyway, let's go ahead and open this thing up completely. All right, so it is a Ziploc, and it was only partially sealed. Looking down inside, it looks like there is certainly some 1/2-inch pieces and all sorts of sizes. Yeah, we have some round gravels in here. So yeah, it definitely came from a creek or a river. It looks pretty dark to me as well, possibly a lot of black sands. So let's go ahead and classify this stuff. We'll use the handy dandy dollar store kitchen strainer. It actually works better than the really expensive one that I have. Oh, that's cool. Interesting little gemstone. Looks like it's a faceted gem of some sort. I don't know if it's real or if it's plastic or glass or whatever, but it's still pretty cool. The reason I classify is to make things a lot easier during the panning process. Kind of splits it up for us. Okay, so here we have our plus and minus kitchen strainer size material. It's about, I would say, 1/3 plus kitchen strainer size, and the other 2/3 is the smaller size. Now before we start panning anything down, I want to actually take a magnet to this so we can see how much black sands are actually in here. All right, so I'm just going to take my magnet here. It's just a strong neodymium magnet attached to a nut driver inside of a plastic silver dollar tube. It's pretty much the best tool that I can think of for removing magnetic material in small amounts like this. So let's go ahead and see how much black sand is actually in here. Yeah, there's a good amount here. So that tells me that this pay dirt could be quite challenging, especially if there's smaller gold in it. While we're at it, let's check out the big stuff, see if there's any meteorites in here or anything. A couple clunkers in there. And that stuff, we don't really have to remove it. That's really easy to pan off. I'm gonna make it easy on myself. I'm gonna run this through the sluice box. This big stuff here, we could just pan by hand. I did not see any gold, by the way, but I'm not worried. We're guaranteed a full gram. Okay, so before I start actually running this through the sluice box, I wanna wet it down. Because if not, if I just dump dry pay dirt into this sluice box, the gold can actually ride along the surface tension of the water and float away. So let's wet this down first. Make a mud pie here. All right, sorry for the glare. Here we go. So a lot of people have been asking about the sluice box. I made this myself. It's just angle aluminum, and I fabricated this. As you can see, it's a poor job. It's just JB Weld. This is just a hose connector there. I got two separate mini micro or whatever kind of dream mats, these little dream mats in here. And it goes into the buckets, recirculates, the battery, trickle charger. Inside there's a bilge pump. Here's a bilge pump controller. Pretty simple. All right, so just cleaning up the sluice box, the dream mat here. There's a few nice little pieces of gold in here. Right in there, right there. There's also a little picker that I saw somewhere. Yeah, right in there. There's a little, let me grab it with the tweezers. Right there. Nice little picker right there. Cool. Okay, here's our concentrates from the sluice box. Honestly, it probably only took half of it away. So that was kind of a waste of time, but still fun to look at once in a while. So let's go ahead and pan this down. We'll bring over Crusty Rusty. We'll add some water, and there's a drop of dish soap in there. That's just to break the surface tension of the water so any really small gold can't float away. All right, let's pan out our sluice box concentrates of our Black Mass Paydirt. So we're gonna stratify this pay dirt really well. As you can see, there's some organic material in there. I like to call it chocolate milk. It's not too terrible. It's not really muddy. If you guys want to see the entire process, or if you're new to panning for gold, there's a tutorial right here in the corner. I'll link it right there. You can check out that video in a separate tab. Already you can see the black sand starting to show up here. Now, even though we removed most of the black sands with the magnet, it doesn't mean we got all of the black sands. Some of the black sands are not even magnetic. There's a big chunk of quartz right there. And yeah, there's actually a lot of heavy material in here. Right now, we're down at the black sands. All of that is complete black sands. I think I'm gonna pan this out one spoonful at a time, just to be safe. Because if I try panning all this at once, there's a chance that we could lose some gold, so about that much at a time. We'll swirl it back and see if we got any gold. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. A lot of black sand. I think we have some gold coming through now. Right there we have a small piece of gold. That's the first piece, and I'm sure there's more up in here. I'm gonna grab all these little pieces of gold with a snuffer bottle as I see them. Otherwise we'll be here all day. The gold pans and the snuffer bottles and pretty much all the gear you see me using here on camera, including the camera, is all over on kleshgold.com. Prospecting gear, all sorts of stuff, wetsuits, you name it. But yeah, lots of fine gold right there at the top corner. Pretty good for one spoonful. Alright, so this is the third time I'm panning it back and I'm still finding little pieces of flour gold. So the difficulty for this stuff is up there for sure. Alright, I'm going to continue panning all this stuff down and I'll show you guys what I end up with. Now there we go, not bad. That's about, I would say, probably a half a gram of gold. And there's even one nice piece in there. Let's see if I can pick it up. Oh yeah. That, my friends, is a picker flake. If you can pick it up, I call it a picker. So that's a picker. Now since that only looks like about a half a gram of gold to me, that means that in our big stuff, we're probably going to find a nice sized piece. At least another half gram. So let's get panning it out. All right, we're getting down to the end here. One thing I did not notice are any kind of gemstones really, other than that faceted gem. But there was no garnets or anything. It was just pretty much river gravels. All right, here's where we're gonna see our gold. Yeah, man, nice big piece in there. Look at that. I would call that a nugget. For sure. Then there's another piece there and another piece there. And there we go, the gold from the 1 gram guaranteed bag of pay dirt from Black Mass Paydirts. Let's go ahead and dry this out. We'll weigh it up and we'll get a value on it. Alright, so we got 1.108 grams of gold. There was a little bit of black sand in there, but we'll call it 1.108. That's actually really good. We're going to call it 24 karat purity because you can resell natural placer gold to pay dirt vendors just like myself. If you guys want to sell your gold, kleshgold.com, click on the sell your gold button and I will buy your gold. So we got $63.48 worth of gold. Now we paid, well, I didn't pay anything, but it was $85, and that's actually a really good ROI. If you're getting 50% return on investment back, that's actually pretty good for most pay dirt companies. You got to remember, these companies are not out to lose money. Of course, they put a lot of effort into the packaging. You know, I got a sticker and everything with the package. There's advertising they have to pay. Gold pay dirt vendors like this and myself, we're providing a service where you don't have to go read the rivers or go digging or go looking for legal places to dig or even buy equipment for, or even travel or anything like that. All you need is a gold pan and snuffer bottle, just like you saw. And that's pretty much it. The difficulty on this stuff was pretty high though. It took me about 15 minutes to pan it out, spoonful by spoonful, even after running it through the sluice. I would say the difficulty on this is probably closer to an 8. There is a lot of black sand in this, even the non-magnetic stuff. And it actually, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 difficulty because of that, because there's really fine flour gold in it as well. I mean, it's a great way to spend a couple hours. For most newer panners, you could pan this stuff over and over again and always find a little bit more gold. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. I put out at least one new video every week, and that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that haven't left, so thanks so much. And also big thanks to all my Major Credit Patreon supporters and channel members scrolling right there. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you're really going to like the other ones linked here, so definitely check those out, and I'll see you guys on the next video.